wipe that. Okay? Yan.
Ano yung t-shirt nila, sir?
Ano yan ha? This is pastel. This did not came from somewhere, okay?
Ew!
Look.
Ew!
Okay. So, your pastel will be used for just masking. Okay? So we need to erase the sides because after we have erased this, we are going to spray. Which means if we spray that, that layer is protected. Okay? Now, of course, you are going to use this time your kneaded eraser. Now, the kneaded eraser actually will be used for erasing the pastel. Why? Because this is sticky. And since the pastel is powder, so it has to stuck there. Okay? Now, before of course, when you erase, you go like that, right? You don't erase it like that. You dab it first. Why? Because sometimes the powder pastel will just be parang, it will just slide from, if you erase it, it will just slide. Meaning it will not really adhere to the kneaded eraser. So what you do is to dab it first. And then when it's thin na, the powder is thin, you can erase it. And sometimes there are still residues of pastel there. You can use now your gum eraser to erase. Okay? And then, when you blow, be careful. Okay? That you just blow with air, not with something else. Now, okay. So sometimes when you erase, the powder gets there. Okay? You can see naman. Now, of course, if you are going to use another side, this one will just stuck to the other part of your board. So it will just come out dirty. So, to avoid that, use the same side since it's the same color anyways. Okay? So, to avoid na dumumi yung work. Okay? And then erase. And then erase with gum. Okay? Now, do not attempt to put tapes on the side. It will just make your work dirty. Why? Because if you remove the tape, sometimes the adhesive sticks there. So, every time you work on the other the powder will just stick, the pastel will just stick on that area na merong adhesive. So it will just make it dirty. Now, you can avoid, if you really want to put tapes on the side, you can use your masking tape. And then try to lessen the adhesive of that masking tape by sticking it first to your clothes. Okay? And then, siguro a few times, mga 2 or 3 times, and then remove it and then tape the sides. Now, do not remove the tape until you have done everything. In that way, you can protect the sides and hindi siya, magkakalat. Okay? After you have done everything, after you have sprayed and done everything, that's the time you can remove the tape. The only problem with that is sometimes, since we are using fixative, syempre, may sprayan din yung tape, diba? You will also spray the tape. You could hardly avoid that because it's on the side. So the problem with that is when it dries up and when you remove the tape, it sticks to the board. Okay? That is the problem if you have tapes on the side. Now, if you can work without the tape, di mas mabuti, less problem. Okay, now, so we have cleaned the sides already. Okay? And then, again, before you take this away, wipe it kaagad para matanggal na yung powder. Now, this one, we are ready to spray with fixative. Now, when you spray with fixative, make sure that it is 10 to 12 inches away from the board. Okay? And then when you spray, do not spray it continuously. Why? Because sometimes when you spray and you could hardly control the spraying, it focuses to a spot, and before you knew it, it's filled up with a lot of your fixative. Okay? There. Now, the nozzle part, every time you use the nozzle part, before you use this or before spraying, you try to see if the nozzle is clog-free. Because sometimes after using, di ba, may residue doon ng So you have to remove that. Why? Because if you don't, and when you spray it directly, anong mangyayari? Bumubulwak. Okay? What's English of bulwak?
Full blast.
Yes. It splatters to the,
Translate, sir, translate.
Thank you. My savior. Anyway, so when you spray 10 to 12 inches away, and do not spray it continuously. So you do it like this. Do not spray it like, no. Spray it. Okay? And then, how will you know when to stop spraying? Now, when you look at the board this way, you will see if it's still powdery or not. Okay? So, if it's not, and then it looks parang it's covered now with fixative,